Actually, there's one thing we can do right now that I'd like to get, because this will be helpful sooner rather than later. Now, I could have done this later, but, I mean, I can just do it now, and it's like a guarantee. So, that's not the item that I want to be using. I want to use that. There we go. And we got these little guys, and they're annoying, and then we got these guys in place of stones now. So you can see there's some pegs sticking up all over the place. Ah, these guys. These guys are dangerous. And 2 hearts of damage. I could swear they dealt 3 hearts of damage. Then again, this is the 1.1, maybe 1.2 version of the game. I forget how many patch versions there were. So, the 1.0 version of every game is flawed and has some ridiculous glitch in it. So, usually when Nintendo makes, you know, these re-releases, they're just like, yeah, we're going to use it with the most modern patch that takes out all the glitches. So, since we've been to the Dark World and came back, that's not the trigger. You actually just have to wait a little while, but a little while, the little while flag triggers if you go into the Dark World. So if I had a portal to the Dark World right here, gave her the mushroom or him the mushroom or whatever, and then jumped in it and then came right back, this would be sitting here waiting for me. And this is the magic powder. Try to sprinkle it on enemies and many other things, and you can have a good old time doing that. Now I'm curious. I've actually never tried using it on these guys before. Ah! They're immune! Oh, no they're not. In fact, it makes them quite pushovery. Ah! Get out of here with that. I'm not going to abuse this. Because if the game doesn't tell you this, but you should be aware that if you run out of magic, you don't lose the magic powder item unless you use all your magic using the magic powder item. So you can use it, just don't let it be the thing that exhausts all your magic. Because then, for some reason, it goes away. I believe. I could swear that's how that worked. Now, it's not a big deal. I mean, you can just go back to the Lost Woods, get the mushroom, give it to the person, then go back to the Dark World, and then back into the Light World, and then back into the... or into the Dark World, and then back into the Light World, and then there you go. You get your magic powder back, but that's annoying. It wastes time. I don't like wasting time. So as you can see, Eastern Palace is very different now. There's a giant arrow, so we should probably go the way the arrow is pointing, right? That makes sense. Go through these secret passages. They're not really secrets. The arrows point right to them, of course. Though I guess if you were Link in this scenario, that okay, you stop being that guy. You hurt a lot. It's annoying, and you hurt me. So like I was saying, I don't think with Link's particular situation here, it might look a little different to him because of orientation and whatnot. And hello, I'm Kiki the Monkey. Kiki, I love rupees more than anything. Can you spare me 10 rupees? Sure. I can spare 10. Good choice. I'll accompany you for a while. Kiki. And now we have to be incredibly careful. Stop, please. There we go. Safety at last. So you need Kiki to open your way to the first dungeon. If I check the map here, I would have known to come this way. Also, if I didn't stop, if I would have just, you know, read the text instead of dicking around by talking about Legends of the Hidden Temple and whatnot, you would have seen that Sahasrara said, go to the Palace of Darkness first. So that's this place. So we have to pay him the 110 rupees. Downright extortion. And if you get hit while he's in your party, he runs away. And then you have to go back into the little maze thing, pay him 10 more rupees, and you know what? It's just a mess. So, just avoid getting hit. Good for your wallet, good for your soul. That's what Granny ZGP always used to say for me. To me. If it's good for your wallet, it's good for your soul. I don't think anybody's granny ever said that to them, but if yours did, you have one dope-ass granny. Alright, now is this the side? By the way, guys, welcome to Palace of Darkness. First Dark World dungeon. A bit bigger than the other dungeons we've worked in thus far. A little bit more grayscale, too, to let you know that the... Oh, plus the music's all different and everything, just to let you know that the Everything's a little bit more, the stakes are a little bit higher. I guess I'll put it that way. So, this is the side. You can just push this thing out of the way. I don't know why that's pertinent, but, it's useful. Useful to know. So, I think, do I want to do the side? Do you do the sides first, or do you get the one key? No, because I'm going to need another key. You know what? You guys are going to cause a problem, and I have an empty bottle, so we're going to do that. It's a good thing we have our magic powder, because these guys, the anti-fairies that killed me in the second episode, if you use the magic powder on them, they become fairies. And which means you can catch them with your fairy rod. If you don't pick them up first. That's fine. I didn't do that on purpose or anything. Actually, I didn't, but it's a good thing we did, because now we have full health for sword beams, so we can fight those guys. There are floating jellyfish known as beeries. There are a few versions of them throughout the game. And these are... You know what? You know what? I'm not even going to give you a name, because you haven't earned it. You're a jerk. You're mean to me. And you shoot fireballs at me and stuff. I believe these guys are Darias. There was a small phase in Nintendo's history where we had enemies that couldn't quite remember what they decided on doing with them. Also, quick question, how come it's just Bokoblins, Moblins, and Lizalfoss in Breath of the Wild? I mean, yeah, you have like Lynels and Hinoxes and stuff, but it's just those three. Like, what happened to monsters like, and you know, like Octoroks in the water and whatnot and all that, but I could bomb that wall over there, but it leads you to a fairy fountain if you need to pick up fairies at all. And so we got ourselves a spare key, and with that, now we can go back, and now we can just go through the center, because we have everything we need to progress. I mean, I guess we could have progressed with one key, but this just makes things faster, because then I won't have to go back for it. Alright, so beeries can produce an electrical charge, like that. It's kind of annoying. And then these guys are turtles. We can't hurt them right now, because their thick shells are, you know... Well, they're hard, and we can't pierce them with our sword. Even though we have the Master Sword. The Blade of Evil's Bane. Well, I guess that makes sense. Turtles aren't inherently evil. In fact, most of them are quite nice. Have you ever stopped next to a turtle on the side of the road and been like, "Hey, Mr. Turtle, what's up?" Usually they'll kind of respond and be like, not much. But in the instance that happens, I mean, like, I'd probably freak out too. I mean, that doesn't sound normal to me, but I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, if you found a talking turtle, I mean, I suppose you should take it home and like keep it in a shoebox or something. Just don't let the world know you have it. I should probably go the other way, because oh right, I don't have enough health for sword beams, because apparently I'm irresponsible. If you're not responsible enough to be able to dodge getting hit, then you don't deserve sword beams, I guess. That's how it works. So we can use these little platforms. These little arrows tell us we can jump, but I don't want to do that yet, because I have some keys. Let's go use them. Now, you want to make sure you have 2 keys when you get to this point. One to get through that door, and then one to get through this door. Very important that you have the... I hate that guy. I forget what it's called, but it's annoying, and I don't like it. And I wish they'd all die in a fire, which is why I'm going to throw a skull pot at this one and pick up some bombs that I don't need. Now it's dark in here, and of course dark is associated with mazes in The Legend of Zelda. And these little dinosaur guys, I don't know what these are actually. They're just little dinosaurs. Oh, you know what? These are the Dongos. Didn't put that together until just now. Here we get some bombs, if you needed them. I didn't, but I also didn't know they were in that chest. I saw a chest and I was like, oh, God, I have it. So I grabbed it. And it was handy, because it was a chest full of bombs. You know what? You know, that's great. That's wonderful that you can do that and make people happy. But since I have the big key, I know you guys saw it, so I'm not even going to play coy that's what we're getting. Blow open this little thing here. And then... Well, bam, we're at the big chest, and it has the magic hammer. It can drive wooden stakes into the ground. So those little stakes we were saying outside, we can pound those into the ground because you can't walk through them. You can't walk through a stake in the ground. That wouldn't make any sense. It's like, that's why we have doors. You can't walk through a fence. You walk through the fence door. It only makes sense. But now that we have the hammer, and this thing actually deals 3 damage compared to the Master Sword's 2 damage, but it's a little bit slower. So, if you want to, you could make this weapon of your choice, and if we attack the turtles with this, it deals an absorbent amount of damage to them, seeing as it kills them in 1 hit. But here we get the compass. Now I guess I have all the pieces to the dungeon and the whatnot. I could go down. I don't think there's anything down that I need. Yeah, it just sends me back in a circle. But I will go down these stairs, because the stuff that's down here is actually kind of helpful. Get out our magic powder for getting rid of these anti-fairies. I think that one will be able to jump the border and come over to the other side. No, he didn't. So that is the dumbest chest in the game. We got arrow, but we didn't get an amount of arrows. We got an arrow. An arrow. Singular. I cannot count the number of times I've been doing a speed run or a randomizer. More specifically, not a speed run, but a randomizer. And I find the single arrow chest 100% first try. Happens more often than you think. And it's randomized. So the likelihood of that happening is supposed to be even lower than impossible. But somehow it manages to happen. Alright, so with that, I should have full fairies. Good. And we'll put the hammer back on. Why not? Pick up all this money. We got some cash for our efforts. I believe that more than made up for what Kiki extorted from us. And since we have some keys, I mean, why not live a little? Use the keys. Get a blue rupee, even more cash. We can just push this little statue in and make that guy get a workout. And then it just brings us back here. Oh. Can't do anything with this right now. But that's not fair. Then they all just suddenly hit me. And that's fair, right? But whatever. Throw a boomerang over here, and now we can get around. But we can't go back up the stairs. Well, I mean, we can, but not really worth it to do that, so we won't worry about it. Now we have a switch over here. We can do this. And we do... Yeah, we can do this. Just push this. Oh, this is a heavy statue. Okay. And then we go up through these stairs and into this door, and then, hey, this room looks familiar. Like I've done this at least once today. I'll take those 10 arrows, thank you. Are there any hearts in here? Nope. Arrows more than I can carry, though. I shot an arrow. It didn't even work. I before every word in the sentence, apparently. Or I before every E. Except after C. And in some exceptions, like neighbors and way. Shut up, Brian, because you'll always be wrong no matter what you say.